Hey guys, so I was just recently sent 3 copies of the paperback version of the book that I just illustrated. Bought from the author sent them to me, so she got a whole shipment of them, and I just wanted to do a little review of how the Amazon paperback printing came out, because there are some things that I've noticed that I would have liked to know beforehand, but I didn't end up seeing on any of the videos that I was looking at for reviews. So I just want to make a quick video about that, because I know that there are tons of these out there. But so first of all, I do want to say that I love the color. The cover color looks awesome. It has this nice glossy finish, and it's great. And I mean, so I followed the template that Amazon gives you based on the size and number of pages, the size of your book and the number of pages. And my first concern that you notice immediately is that the spine, which they did say the spine is going to be extremely small. It was too small to even put text on because it's a paperback, and there were only 24 pages altogether. And they ended up adding a couple pages to the back as well, so it ended up being like 26 pages, I believe, overall. And it ends up so thin that you can't put anything on the spine, but I still put a strip of color on the spine. And now I know that that is something that you most likely should not do, because it's on all 3 of them. You can see that this strip of color right here was supposed to go on the spine, but it got shifted, obviously, because, you know, trims and all that stuff. So that kind of thing could happen. So my suggestion would be to either just exclude that entirely, just let your picture wrap around, or keep it white. Or if you want the spine to be a different color, then have your, instead of making it this tiny strip, make it bigger. Make it go like, I don't know, like a centimeter in, or a ½ an inch in, or something like that on each side, so that you just have a wider strip, and you can it'll actually cover and wrap around that spine area. So that was the first thing that I noticed, aside from that I love the color of the cover. And I guess that's the other, tip for the spine thing, is that just be aware that if you have the minimum number of pages, which I believe is 24 pages for Amazon to print your book, as far as that's what I saw on the website, then it's going to be very thin, and you're not going to be able to control as much, where these little kinds of things go. So one of the other things that I noticed when I opened the book, I believe it's in this one, is that, so in some of them, not all of them, some of them are glued tighter, it seems, in the spine area, but some of them have this white strip. Now, I admit I'm not entirely sure what happened here, because if you look up in this corner here, you can see that the image does go further in, and it's almost like they added this white in the middle here, so that, in case it was glued there, so they didn't want any ink there, I guess, so that it could be glued properly. But I followed the template instructions, or I followed the instructions for how to format things, which it said to not have a bleed on, or not have a bleed on the inside of each page. So unless I read that incorrectly, somebody please let me know. Just be aware that you may have some of these white strips in the middle of your pages. I noticed though that not all of them did this. So here, so this one, that's glued nice and tight. Hi. That's glued nice and tight, and you don't see any white in there, which is nice. So there was that. And as for color on the inside pages, I'm actually really happy with the color of the inside pages as well. The only issue and other, I guess, tip would be that I have a page in there that's pretty dark, and unfortunately, it seems that once you start getting a little too dark on the pages, you start to notice more unevenness with the ink color and everything, and that's what I'm noticing on this page. It's everything that I've seen so far on all of the books that I have illustrated and have been published, is that your colors are going to end up darker than they appear on your screen. So just be aware that if you have a page that you think is pretty dark, you might want to consider lightening it up a bit, because it might end up almost kind of muddy looking. I still think this page, it's okay, it's not terrible, but I do wish that it had been a little bit lighter in hindsight. So yeah, there was that. And then the other thing is, of course, you have the usual that you hear about, which is that there ended up being a few, it's not this one, which one is it? One of these that she sent me has a slight trimming issue. Oh yeah, so some of the pages have the white strip. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of white on the edge of the page here where they cut outside of the image. And that is, and I promise you, I used all of their bleed instructions. I have the standard, this 0.125 bleed, 0.125 inch bleed all around the entire outside. Every image went to the edge of the bleed. So it's just something that happens. But yeah, I just wanted to go over that really quick. I believe there's another one that I finished illustrating recently as well, and that one should be coming out soon, I hope. We are finishing it all up now. And I want to compare that one to this one, and see how that goes. I'm really excited about it. I think it turned out absolutely adorable. I love it. It's also available in ebook, and someday will be available in hardback. And yeah, I'm super excited. I think that covers everything, and I want to do another video later when I have my 4 books to compare and the different ways that they were printed and everything. So if I missed anything here, just let me know if you have any questions, and I can cover that in the next video. So thanks for watching. Check out the book, No Sleep Noah. It's on Amazon. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you next time.